So, how do you use the visual planning process for the Defined Life Planner? It's meant to be incredibly simple. The planning process in Define My Day is good for somebody that's got some experience with planning. But with the Define Life Planner, we wanted to make it just a little bit more immersive as much as you can with a paper planner. And so, what we're trying to get you to do is visualize this path that you're on, right? So, you're on a path. I visualize it for myself as like I'm on a path in the woods, and like it's foggy, and there's hazards and there's things that I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to pick the right path to go where I want to go, and every so often you get to a clearing where you can see clearly where you want to go, and you see this mountain off in the distance, and you want to get there, but you have to plot the course to get there. And so that's what we're trying to do with this for you in a very simple way. And so up here, these are your long-term goals. These are your values, your purpose, like why you get up every day and what inspires you, what makes you passionate about what you want to do with your life. And then we try to break it down here as like a base camp for you. So you're going to come here and say, in the next 12 weeks, I'm going to do these three things. These are the three most important things that are leading me up to this. Doesn't mean you're not going to do anything else. It just means that you're going to do these three things no matter what, along with everything else that's going on in your life. And then the mile marker here, the signpost here, is what we're going to do in the next 4 weeks. These are the three things that we're going to do that lead us to this, that lead us to the top of the mountain, right? All of it aligned. All of it steps on a path to where we ultimately want to go in our life. And so you reach this point, and then you get a new book, right? You get another Define Life Planner. Or you move on to the Define My Day Planner as you've sort of worked this out in your head. And then over here, we have our desert of distraction. So you're in the woods. Woods are fine. Sometimes a little bit dangerous, loaded with hazards once in a while. But for the most part, safe place to be. Desert of distraction. That's where you go to die, right? That's where dreams go to die. That's where, you're find yourself in the desert and you're engaging in things that are going to drain the life out of you and leave you for dead. And so we want to find our way back from there and get back over to here. These are the things that we know every day that drain us, that drain our energy, drain our time and attention, and pull us away from this path that we want to be on. So we identify these in the plan here, and we also identify them every day so that we learn to recognize them a little bit faster. So when they're happening, we can say, oh, no, that's going to the desert. I need to stay on my path. And so that's the purpose of all of this. And it just simply translates into where we're going on our daily plan here. So all of these priorities usually line up with this 4-week plan. And at the end of the week, we look and see how that went. It's just a zoomed in view of how the week went. So in the next week, I will do this. This is your little campfire here. You're just kind of analyzing where you've been. You're going to, celebrate your accomplishments, the three big things you accomplished this past week. And the distractions that could lead me off course, all down here. Again, we're going to keep revisiting these. These are the things in the next week that could possibly lead us off course. And so this next week, the next campfire, these are the things that we're going to do. And all of this leads to the end of month 1, where now you're heading to base camp, right? With the end of the 12 weeks. Now you're at the signpost, going to base camp. In the next 4 weeks, I will do this to the next signpost. And this week at the campfire, I will. And these are the distractions that led me off course. Now, in the past month, I accomplished one big thing. What was that one big thing I did this past month? What's the thing I'm most proud of? What's my biggest accomplishment? It's a simple question. And so we're just going to keep doing this process. So now you're in the next week of month number 2, and you're going to go back here every other week. So now at the end of the 12 weeks, we're at base camp, right? We're done, and now we need some rest. So these are the open priorities that we still need to complete, that we planned on completing before we reached base camp. These are the things we still need to complete. Maybe there's none. Congratulations, good for you. And then we also plan for the next week how we're going to rest and recover. So in the next week, we're going to take a breath. We're going to take a step back. Doesn't mean we stop working. It just means we take our foot off the gas a little bit. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of rest. And so that's going to be a little bit more of a focus for the next week, which is your 13th week in this book. And then at the very end, after this week is over, we come back to this map. And here you can see we celebrate what brought us to base camp. One word that defines my progress in the past 12 weeks, 13 weeks. Top 3 accomplishments that have defined my journey so far. Top 3 accomplishments. And then the distractions that have led me and could lead me off course. And so that is the journey that you are on with the Defined Life Planner. It's a very simple process. It's meant to be simple. It's meant to just guide you through this process of seeing where I'm going, what I have to do to get me there, and what leads me off course. And you're just going to do that every day with this plan right here. And then we're going to connect it back at checkpoints to that visual map that we give you. So don't overwhelm yourself. That's not what this book is about. We don't want to overwhelm you. We just want you to get into this habit, this rhythm of just doing the things that lead you to where you want to be in your life and not doing the things that pull you off course. So that you're traveling in that, even when it's hard, even when you're in the treacherous part of the woods on that path where you're just maybe not even sure which fork in the road to take, you're navigating it with a sense of purpose, with a sense of direction. And as you do that, the fog lifts and you navigate it a little bit more efficiently, a little bit more healthy, with that sense of direction, and you know you're getting somewhere. And the momentum builds up. As you keep up with this process, the momentum builds up and you get better at it. And you find yourself like a little bit, I don't want to say effortlessly, I feel that like that's disingenuous, but you start working at it with a little bit less effort. And it's not the process that takes your time and energy anymore. It's the actual work you're doing. And that's when we know we're making true progress, and that getting to the work isn't the problem. It's getting the work done, right? So with the Defined Life Planner, that is how we are getting you moving. It's rhythm, routine, and getting more efficient with what you need to do so that you can better do the things that are important to you and not the things that are not important to you. Seems pretty simple, right? Defined Life Planner. Grab it.